Ow! We're back. Back with another podcast, another undisclosed location.
On the road.
Which is hilarious because I bring this podcast in this giant briefcase. If you don't know what this briefcase looks like, look at my Instagram from about a year ago and you'll see it. Because I took a picture when we went to Boski's. And I'm like, I'm thinking one of these days there's going to be a SWAT team that rolls in here thinking we're planning a bomb. And so we'll get shot first, and then questions will be answered later.
It's possible. Very possible that might happen.
Dude, improper shout out to Colados. This coffee tastes horrible.
It's not the best.
I know you love the girls with the fat asses, but we might need to go to a different place.
Well, let's clarify. First, I love the girl with the fat ass.
The girl?
Yeah, and then now months later, it's the girls. Every single girl in there who works there.
Whatever water was around Boski, it's made its way here because apparently, and everybody in Colados is drinking it.
They're all drinking like 5 times a day.
It's like, good Lord.
And everybody walking in there was just like fattest ass I've ever seen.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to I forgot her name.
Salty guy that doesn't want to freaking give us our drinks properly.
Yeah, oh yeah, him too.
That guy's salty, man. Where's the guy that was nice to us? That looks just like the salty guy.
I don't know. Maybe you heard the podcast.
Maybe that's why that guy always gives us the drinks, and the girls never do. Maybe because they listen to the podcast and like, maybe they're talking about me.
They're talking about us.
I'm the one with the fat ass.
Like, no, you all got it. I can't differentiate anymore.
All right, dog. Lots to talk about. Maybe not. It's probably bullshit. And let's get started on this bitch.
All right.
So today was Black Friday. Unofficially it started yesterday, like Thanksgiving Day, but today we're filming this on Black Friday because it is my NFL Super Bowl, my baseball
World Series.
It's my UFC title fight. It's my NHL Stanley Cup. Oh, look at that. It's my
soccer thing.
K1 Grand Prix title trophy fight.
It's my Tekken tournament.
My Tekken tournament. It's my Street Fighter tournament. You know, whatever. It's all of those things.
It's my King of Fighters 95 tournament.
Yeah, man. So so you want to start off with what yesterday you and I met up.
Yep.
And we went to Walmart. We weren't sure if we want to go to Walmart and Target. We decided to go to Walmart because we felt like that was going to be the most hectic. Although, well, we'll get to that later. Walmart is different because you start, as we talked about in the last podcast, you start inside in the store, which is nice because you're not freezing your ass off. And then you got to find the items, and then the countdown begins.
Yeah.
This year was a little weird because we weren't really looking for much. I wanted 2 games, which is pretty easy to get.
She didn't even grab.
Well, we'll talk about that. So your sister came with us.
Yeah.
Which always makes me a little weird because I feel like in that situation, I feel like I need to be in more defense mode for her than I need to be focused on getting my prize.
Like that, she's good.
But she seems like she's pretty good. She's getting older now. She's like 4, so she can walk, so she's fine.
Yeah. She was like, screw you guys, I gotta go look for this tablet.
Yeah, she wanted to look for so this is what happened. So we went. She wanted a tablet, and we were like, it's not like we wanted much. So we said, we'll wait in line for these games because everything's getting gentrified, and there's like DVDs and games you had to wait for, and all the little ticket items, like people were waiting around them in the hallways, and we're trying to like grab them at the time, which this is beforehand, so that hadn't happened yet. And so she wanted a tablet. So while we were waiting in line, she couldn't find it. And we were like, well, let's do this. You wait in line, Ruben's sister. And Ruben and I will tag along and hit this whole Walmart and find these tablets. Because they weren't on the little map thing that they tell you where they are. So we're like, we'll go. So you and I started kind of jogging almost through the hallways looking for these tablets. They were nowhere in sight. At some point, we split up, met back up in another corner of the Walmart, and you hadn't found it. I hadn't found it. By then, your sister was texting us saying, oh, they're already starting to move people in. This was 10 or 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Before, which is surprising.
As we took like, I don't know, we got 100 feet away as we were going to the other end to find this thing. And we heard people in the front, like, counting down. I think they were counting down from, what, like 20 or something?
Which is like 15 minutes away.
It was 15 minutes away because everything starts at 6. And they were counting down already.
Well, even when we were waiting in line for the games, like I heard noises from the opposite corner of Walmart, like yelling and like screaming, and I don't know what happened. I felt like I missed out on something. So, long story short, she said they were moving the lines. We didn't find the tablets. We were going back towards her, and by the time that we met up with
Yeah, well, the problem was as we were making our way back, everybody just started ripping shit open.
Yeah, everybody started ripping stuff open, so it was harder for us to get to her then. So by the time we got to her, she had already been allowed into the game area, so she grabbed the games for us.
Yeah.
Luckily, we did manage to grab one of those
smelly,
like the wax melting
Yeah.
things for her, because she did want one of those. We saw that on the way to try to look for the tablets. But I feel like I missed out on like Black Friday, and I feel like I told you before earlier, like I feel like next year, even if I don't want nothing, I think I'm just going to get in the thick of it, grab something, and then just give it to somebody that wanted it that didn't get it or something, because it felt very uneventful that night. And I did get a little excited, though, when we were walking by some of those printers. No. The sound bars. People wanted those sound bars, and that you could tell those people 20 minutes out were already laying their arms on the box, like with all the cellophane around all of them.
Same things when we came in the door, there was like crock pots, I think, were the first thing like you saw, and they're like stacked up pretty in a big crate. People have their hands on those already. I'm like, it's a crock pot, guys. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah. But I think next year I might just get in like those areas and just grab one, and then just find like an old lady who just couldn't get it. I feel like I need to make up my karma for the previous story.
Yeah.
Links down below. Which, by the way, not links down below, because I cannot find what podcast I talked about Black Friday the first time.
It's like the fourth one or the third
I
one.
looked,
Still
man.
when we had video,
I looked. I can't freaking find it. So I got to look back again. 20 podcasts. It's getting harder to find them all, because I don't put like every single thing that we talk about in one title or whatever. But maybe next time I'll do that, because it's not much like I wanted this year. In fact, by the way, guys, if you guys are looking for TVs, you guys should be getting TVs now, because everybody wants to go to 4K, which is stupid. There's no need for it, but that's a different topic. And you can get cheap, dude. Today, Black Friday, we saw 60-inch TVs for like, what was it, $300?
$300.
I was like, that's
like $320
insane for 60-inch TVs.
They had like a 55-inch TV for like $250. I'm like, I can walk out here right now with in my savings fund with two of these bitches.
I was surprised at how cheap TVs are getting big. Everybody wants to go 4K, and to me, it's like, dude, there's not many things that run, let alone are filmed in 4K or play in 4K. So, anyways, I won't get into that. But I was really surprised at TV prices.
Yeah.
So we got our games, which are like whatever, just video games, more things to burn time. But
yeah, that was pretty uneventful. We even got out. The funny part is we got in line to check out. And then you're like, wait here, I'm gonna go find another one. And then you go and you call me up. You're like, hey, come to your right, past whatever the fuck. And I was like, first thing, I'm right in the middle. I can't get out here if I wanted to.
You push through.
And I'm like, I'm fine. I'll stay here. You're like, fine, fuck you then. And I was like, okay.
Because you were like, oh, I'm coming, and ew. You're like, I'm going over to where you are, and then I was like, okay. 15 minutes later, I call you, and you were like, no, we just decided to stay here. I'm like, why didn't you tell me you were just gonna stay instead of being like, all right, I'm heading over?
Well, because we were starting to head over,
Fool.
But then the line moved up, and when we moved up, it wasn't like clothes where you could push through. It was like those big
Force your way through.
racks of clothes that you couldn't push
Force
through.
your way through.
And then so like 2 minutes, it really wasn't 15 minutes. Like 2 minutes later, we come out of that section, and then my sister's like, "Where's he at?" I'm like, "I don't know." And then we see your gorgeous locks flowing in the wind, and
Look, man.
And we're like, "Hey, what's up?" You're like, "Oh, what's up?"
Yeah, no, I had the slowest cashier ever. I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's a pet peeve of mine. I worked. My first job was retail. For those of you, I should tell you guys my Toys R Us stories. That was my first job, Toys R Us, and I was a cashier. That was my first job, dude. Black Fridays, I was cranking it out like I was on cocaine, man. I was running people through, and it got frustrating because all the other people around me were slow cashiers, and I ended up getting their line. Their line were rolling to mine because they were freaking slow. But I was cranking them out. This guy had literally, it took him to ring one guy out that had one electronic item. It took him like about 5 or 7 people in front of your line.
Yeah.
And the people that were in your line was all self-checkout.
Yeah, we did
I was
self-checkout.
pissed off. I was like, this guy's ridiculous. Don't work here. But anyways, that's
And
besides the point.
technically, I could have been out like a minute sooner, but I was talking to the chick over there because apparently everyone wants to have conversation with me.
There you go, son. But you know what? You're not following through. It's
We're not there. We're not there yet in the podcast.
You are at the batting mound, as we are very near it, and you are you're a guy setting you up for a freaking. What's that thing when it goes all the way around?
Touchdown.
A guy setting you up for a
three-pointer.
touchdown. A home run. A guy setting you up. Boski's gonna be so mad at me. A guy setting you up for a home. I played baseball, by the way. A guy setting you up for a home run, and you're like, "Nah, I think I'm just gonna punt it. That's it. I'm just gonna punt the ball. I think I'm good with the punt." You're not following through with the whole hit, man.
Posey's gonna give you an angry text. He's like, "That other shit don't happen."
What is it called? Bunt. It's a bunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it right?
You said a punt. Like a football.
I don't
punt.
do sports well.
No, you do not.
Unless it's UFC. Dude, I gotta play. I can't watch. But anyways, back to my point. Yeah, I was pissed off about that. So, long story short, though, it was decent in Walmart. I think next year I need to get into the thick of things.
When you go back to the ghetto, man, I think you're right.
It's just getting too gentrified, man. I'm not a big fan of it.
And from there, we went to some malls.
Malls and stores. And it reiterated my original point that I do not like shopping for clothes during Black Friday. I went to Express. I needed to buy some button-up shirts because, you know what I'm saying? I have no funny joke for that. So I went to go buy shirts, and you can't just unclip them because they're like all folded perfectly.
Express is horrible.
So you got to take off the pins, take off the little whatevers. And so in the changing rooms, they have already all the sizes and all the different styles. Oh, like they're hanging, so you could try them on. That way you can just get the ones you want off of the thing, right? I tried on some shirts. I was like, all right, these fit good. And so they had like, normal, small, medium, large, extra large, whatever. But then each of those, there was like slim fit, there was modern fit, there was there's like two other ones.
Yeah.
And so you had like 16 different shirts, if my math's correct, like 16 different shirts to choose from. And when you I found the XL, but I found it in I found the large, but I found it in the modern fit and not in the fitted fit. I was like, this is dumb. I just threw the shirt back in the freaking thing, and I was like, I'm over this. I get frustrated with clothes shopping, especially with this that hectic. Everything's messy. Nothing's really where it's supposed to be. I threw it back. I was like, this is dumb. I'll just go to, I don't know, some cheap place and buy shirts later on.
Yeah.
But
there was. I mean, the only thing that was pretty cool is where I got my shirts at. So.
Yeah, Reebok.
Reebok.
CrossFit supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, man, tips I would have for people is, once again, Black Friday tips.
The Victoria's Secret line was fucking
Victoria's Secret
crazy.
is insane. Pro tip for you guys, single guys, you want to meet chicks, go to Victoria's Secret. Tons of girls in line. You can just talk to girls.
No
I saw a
surprises.
dude trying to spit game in the lines. I was like, and then some other dudes just trying to take pictures of girls. I was like, that's weird.
I was like, yeah, no, that's not creepy at all.
That's not creepy at
weirdo.
all. But
like, he doesn't want to wear your face. Not in the good way either.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, man, clothes you can't do. I get ladies trying to go to Victoria's Secret because I think bras are really, really expensive and they're really inexpensive those days, or at least half price or something. So it works out. And I'm not mad at you, ladies, when you get your
I'm
underwear.
mad at me.
game
Don't
on
wear
point.
one. Whatever.
I saw a meme the other day where it's like a video trying to push women towards not wearing bras. Hilarious.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But yeah, overall great. So you were done pretty much. That's all you did, right?
Yeah, man.
The next day, though, I'm gonna tell you about my story. So there's only two things I wanted this year. I wanted some games, which if I didn't get them, it wasn't like I really wanted it. That was about it. But the other thing I wanted was a shop vac from Home Depot, because they had one. Shop vacs are expensive. If you don't know, like a decent sized shop vac, like a 5-gallon shop vac, can run you like $80+. Home Depot had one for sale for $39. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get me a shop vac. And this is the problem, okay? I get competitive. I get hella competitive. Like, I'm gonna tell you here before I get into my Home Depot story. Let me break you off some stories here. So a couple of years ago, I was dating a girl, And she was like, I'll go with you this year to Black Friday. I think you and I didn't go, or your sister went, and you guys are going to go somewhere else. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. I think we ended up going somewhere else.
Yeah. And so I get competitive. If I go to a Black Friday sale, I'm going to get what I'm going for.
Yeah.
I'm going to get what I'm going for. There's going to be a problem. So I remember I had a few things on my list that year. And she was with me. I had already scoped out where everything was. I was like, all right, let's wait for this. Let's get this. Let's get that. And so we had gotten a couple of things that we wanted. And then we were going to go to another spot. But I remember there were so many people with carts, which, by the way, that's a huge pet peeve. Don't bring carts, all right? Or have a destination where you're going to put everything to and then have somebody wait there or something. That's a better strategy. Also, don't bring your babies. Don't bring your babies in strollers. Also, if you're, like, pregnant,
I'm going to punch you so you remember it.
oh, jeez.
Because you're dumb. I don't know if I want to pity another one of those stupid children like you out in my world breathing my air. I don't think I can support that.
Yeah, don't be pregnant and go to these places, because if you get jabbed with the cart in the stomach, that's not going to be a good day for you. So, anyways, back to my point. So I remember there's so many people in carts that I remember just being like panic mode because I wasn't going to get what I was going for. Oh, and I get what I go for. And so I remember telling the girl at the time, I'm like, all right, you wait here. I'm going to go get this other stuff real quick. Which, by the way, by then, back in the day, I was a demon in Black Friday. I remember going through lines, like not waiting in line. These lines are snaking their way through 4 different aisles. And finding myself in the front of that thing, getting a camera that everybody had been waiting for like 4 hours for. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. That's right. Never forget. So back to my point. I remember telling her, wait here. I'm going to go get the stuff.
Yeah.
Wait here. And I did, by the way, because I get what I go for. And she was not very happy about it.
Damn, what a bitch.
Because she was, damn, you salty. I don't want to say that, but she was not very happy about it because she was like, you left me, and that was kind of messed up.
That's right. I did leave you. Because I get what's mine.
So anyways, so I get competitive. So the next day, we stopped shopping fairly early. It was like 10 o'clock or whatever. And the next day, Home Depot opened. This is current time, by the way, guys, because I know I kind of ran through that.
Yeah, no, we finished like at 10. I think we got home at 10.
We finished at 10, and then I was like, I got to get home, and I still got to be able to get some decent sleep because I got to get up at probably 5 to get to Home Depot by 6.
They open at 6?
They open at 6. So I got up at 5. Yeah, so gotta get fresh. You got to be able to put some clothes on so it's not cold.
You got to limber up, right? You got to do some stretches.
Some deep stretches, some foam rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I got to at least 200 or 300 body weight squats. You know what I'm saying? Get some push-ups in. I got to be able to get limber, be able to do explosive movements if needed.
Mm-hmm.
So got up, got ready real quick, 20 minutes out the door, which, by the way, was hilarious because I woke up 10 minutes before my alarm went off. And then it's one of those points where do you really want to go to bed? Because if you fall asleep, you're going to be more tired than when you... So I was like, screw it, I'll stay up. So anyways, got ready, went. When I got to Home Depot, there was already a line outside of Home Depot. And I'm like, shit.
Really?
Yeah, dude. There was at least 75 people.
Damn, man.
Yeah, man. And when I got there, that's exactly what I said. I said, shit. Because if there's 75 people and they all want that shop vac, which, by the way, first page of the ad. Shop vac was like the first page of the ad. And I'm like, dude, those are going to be a good deal. All right. So check it. So I get in line 30 minutes before they start. 30 minutes. All right. So 30 minutes happens and I'm at the end of the line. I'm like, mother freaker. 15 minutes in, though, more and more people started pouring in. And by the time that it was like 5 or 10 minutes out, I was in the half of the line. I was halfway. So it doubled in the time that I got there from like
that's
20 minutes out.
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
See, that's how Black Friday used to be back in the day when we first started going.
Yeah, well, dude, you and I have been going so long that when we went, Best Buy wasn't that bad.
No.
But now there's people camping out like 2-3 days before, and that's not worth it. That's not worth it.
Like we went to Best Buy that one time, and yeah, like the line was outside, but I don't think people
sleeping out.
Yeah, I don't think people were sleeping there. I think we got there like at 5 or something because they opened at 6, and it was like we were in line, and there was like people halfway around the building almost, and we were like almost there.
Yeah. No, I once in a while I've been wanting to say I was gonna sleep over, just once to be able to say you did it, but honestly, it's not that worth it. Back in the day, you would sleep over because they would have like 3 laptops that were decent price, but they'd have 3 of them.
Mm.
Nowadays, those laptops
you don't
can
need
just
to do that.
you can get them online. But anyways, long story short, back to my Home Depot story. So 75 people in, I'm in the middle, another 75 to go. Home Depot, man, is probably the best of all the Black Fridays. You know why? There's a Home Depot employee walking down one of those little carts. She was giving everybody an ad if they wanted it. She was giving everybody a map if they wanted it. Which, by the way, their maps way better than Home Depot, Walmart's. Like theirs was like, here's a list of items and here's where they all are. Versus Walmart's was like, well, electronics store might be around this.
Yeah, they
whole
weren't very
area.
helpful.
Yeah, like the tablet that your sister wanted wasn't even
Wasn't
on the map.
It wasn't even in the store.
I don't think it was. The Game Boy wasn't even in the map.
I'll get to that right now.
So, so she was giving out maps, ad, and by the way, and she had boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts for people. Yeah, I didn't get one because I guess, which by the way, I didn't get one because I was like, I haven't eaten and I don't want to worry about sugar. I don't want to get too excited with all this sugar in my body.
You're like, yeah.
Like, yeah. So, and also she had like a box of like, I've never seen this, a box of hot chocolate. So like she would open the little thing and it would pour out, and then she would give people hot chocolate if they wanted it.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Home Depot was legit.
Shit, that is legit.
Okay, I don't mind that gentrification because that's nice. And then when the doors open, it's about to go off, right? You still get a little bit of both. But I thought that was very nice. And then the lady behind me, by the way, she was just like, she's like, what kinds do you have? And she's like, oh, just sprinkles, because I didn't want anybody like, because I guess her thing was that if she gets the variety ones, then people want to pick through all of them to get the one they want. And the girl was like, I just won't get anything because I don't want sprinkles.
You should turn around and be like, shut the fuck up.
She was just like, I'm very picky. And I'm like, yeah, you are. You're a little high maintenance too. If you really want a donut, and
you should turn around and be like, reasons like you why Donald Trump won.
Oh, jeez. So, anyways, long story short, they started letting people in about 5 minutes in. 5 minutes before, which is another nice thing, by the way. 5 minutes before the 6 o'clock start. And then everybody was piling on around the carts, trying to get a cart. And I was like, fuck this cart. I'm about to go get my vacuum, right? So the vacuums were literally right before the right like in front of the customer service area. So when you walk in, it's like 3-4 steps in. Well, maybe that's exaggeration. About 15 steps in. Mm-hmm. And it's right there. So I was like, I need to get to these vacuums. When I got there, it looked like most of them were still there. Nobody had really touched too many of them. So I was like, but it was huge. I underestimated how much a 5-gallon shop vac was.
Yeah.
It's big.
Yeah, it's like a 5-gallon water jug.
No, it's bigger than that.
Well, I mean, that's how much volume of stuff can go in there.
Yeah, it's quite a bit bigger than that. So I was like, oh, man. So I figured there's plenty of them here. I can go back and get a cart. Well, going back and getting a cart added another freaking 2-3 minutes because why would they make everybody go through and get a cart right there? It just doesn't make sense. You should have had already them spread throughout the entrance. But whatever. Back to my point. Finally managed to cram myself in there, get a cart, cutting off a whole bunch of people, by the way. Grab a cart. I managed to get the shop vac in the car. There's still a whole bunch of shop vacs. But by the time I left Home Depot, because I went through all those little miscellaneous like those little aisles that have like the little $15 drill bits and $25 whatever.
Yeah, that's what my dad's going to hit up tomorrow.
Yeah, like all those little things. I went through all those aisles. And by the time I went through all those aisles, I think most of the shop vacs were gone. So, long story short, moral of the story is I get what I go for.
I guess so.
Yeah. The other problem that I did run across, though, is that I had a hard time getting the vacuum in the car. Because the Audi doesn't have a lot of height in the trunk. I've been able to fit a lot of stuff in the trunk. Like many, many pictures I have of the shed or like red brick.
Yeah.
Or stuff that shouldn't be in that Audi, by the way. All that stuff doesn't fit. But the box is so big and the vacuum's so big that it didn't fit in the back. So I had to take it out and then put the vacuum outside, like without a box. In the front of the car.
Just left the fucking box right there?
No, I folded up the box, threw it in the trunk. That fit in there. But, yeah, long story short, I got my vacuum. So expect to see videos of that on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to throw some pictures of that vacuum, me laying next to the vacuum, me throwing a West Side symbol on the vacuum.
vacuums in your bed.
You're about to see. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do?
Huh.
I'm gonna get some Motivated Results stickers and put them all over that vacuum.
There you go.
Let people know what's up.
It's like me.
Follow me on Instagram. My
me
profile is
using-
at Motivated Results.
Me putting the hoses on the vacuum, making it a giant hentai monster, attacking things. You
That's
know,
right.
all
Drawing
kinds of
some
stuff.
I'm gonna tattoo the vacuum. What's my Instagram? Is it Motive Results or Motivated Results?
Motive.
That's right, because I have like a limit, right? Like as what it is. Yeah, man. So long story short, I get what I wanted. Nice little. I did buy some little trinket thing that I ended up returning because I misread what the freaking thing was.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I was very happy with my products. I did Motivated Results at Motivated Results. Anyways, I was very happy with what I got, and I was very happy that I got everything I was looking for.
Yep. Somebody died over there.
Maybe
Yeah, man. Me and my sister got up.
not early at all.
Not early at all. Apparently, GameStop opened at 6 o'clock.
You knew that already.
I didn't. I wasn't paying attention.
You knew that already.
I did not.
You saw that
pay
at the
attention.
mall when we were at.
I
the
thought it was
previous night.
just that GameStop because that mall opened at 6.
But see, you're not serious about it like I am.
I'm not serious.
Because I would have looked at the ad beforehand.
I'm like everything else
fact-
I do in life. I'm semi-serious about
In
it.
fact, before I went to bed after I checked my alarm last night to go to Home Depot this morning, I rechecked the ad to make sure I had that time right. And I calculated how much time it take for me to get ready and get there.
Yeah, you're too hardcore. We
Yeah, never forget.
well, last time my sister
Hashtag never forget.
ordered her tablet because they had it at Target. She ordered that thing online, and then like 20 minutes later, they sent her an email. It was like, "Your order's ready for pickup." I'm like, "Well, you want to go right now?" She's like, "No." She's like, "I want to go sleep." I'm like, "Fine, all right, go sleep." It's only like 11. I'm like, whatever. So she did that. So this morning we got up like at 8:30 and we left by 9. And first we head to GameStop so I can find this DES, not the DES.
I was like, geez.
3DS I wanted. They didn't have that thing, apparently. Supposedly that dude said they were sold out.
I didn't see those anywhere.
I didn't see the box anywhere in the store. Like normally, you're like, you see the box of display box of it. I didn't see that anywhere.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe we missed at Walmart. Maybe they had them, like, people had tickets that they were giving away.
I didn't even see it on the map though.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Yeah, because last night I was kind of looking for that too.
Maybe it's like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You got to
just
go find
it?
the ticket somewhere.
It's just in the fabric somewhere. Yeah, I was looking for that last night too. It wasn't on the map anywhere, so I was like, screw it. But I have credit from GameStop, so I tried there. He's like, no, we sold out of them. I was like, I think you're full of shit because I don't see any evidence around here that lets me know you ever had it. So anyways, after that, we went to Target to get her thing, and it turns out they did not have that tablet at Target. So my sister got pissed
I was
off.
like, knowing your sister, she probably got pissed off.
She fucking went super hood rat and just started cussing and everything. And so, long story short, apparently the lady was like, oh, it's a corporate thing. So she called corporate office, and the corporate office was like, no, it's not. Like, Target systems aren't down right now. Only that Target is. So she called back the Target, and the Target's like, oh, yeah, we'll take care of you. Just come in and ask for the manager, which his name, he had some weird name. And so she was going to ask for him. And then they would ring her up because they had the actual tablet there already in stock, apparently.
I would have told that guy, I need you to hold it in your hand right now.
Yeah, that's what he was going to do. So he was going to come check her out, and then when their systems went back up, they were going to cancel that order. And my sister was like, I'm not going to do that because you're going to fucking charge me twice for it. So she just canceled her order online, and hopefully it actually canceled online, and they didn't
Worst
charge
case
her.
scenario, they'll return her the money.
Yeah, so that's what she's hoping for. So that was that story. And then while she was doing that, I went to the game section of said Target to see if they had that 3DS. And when we went there, like on Tuesday or Wednesday, they only had one 3DS left. It was a purple one. It was on the bottom right-hand corner. And I was like, oh, maybe they'll restock on Black Friday. So I go there today, and I go to the DS section. Same fucking 3DS, purple one, same position. It looked like it hadn't been moved.
Well, if it's still there, it probably hasn't been moved, dude.
Well, my thing is, they didn't restock.
Well, it doesn't mean they're gonna restock. A lot of those items that are just for Black Friday, they don't stock them in the regular shelves.
But even when we went on Tuesday, there was nothing there. So I was assuming they were just going to restock in normal 3DSs.
Why would you assume that?
Because I figured, people are going to want 3DSs, but it didn't look like they didn't.
I'm sure people want 3DSs.
It didn't look like they restocked at all because it's the same one. So they didn't have that, and I didn't find any evidence of them having that Pokemon 3DS I wanted either.
Right now, Nintendo's in a very weird position because I don't know if they're market-wise, they're trying to limit the production so they make more news and more.
I feel like that's what that is.
Like social media presence. But at the same time, I think it might not be that at all. I think they're struggling and they don't want to put too much money in too many of the bags because they need things to pay off. But, dude, Pokemon is the only reason why people would buy a Game Boy. Tell me any other game you even give a shit about besides Pokemon. So for them not to have...
Smash Brothers?
No, you play that on a bigger, like a Wii or Wii U.
They have it for...
Yeah, but you're not going to spend that... It's almost the same price.
It is.
Why would you buy it on the shittier system with the shittier graphics?
I'm just throwing shit out there.
Yeah, so long story short, I think that they're just not trying to maybe put too many eggs in one basket. But at the same time, man, Pokemon is so fucking big that they should have tried harder to get more of those systems out there. Because, like, you're looking for one now and other people are looking for... And nobody wants to drop $300 or $200 on a freaking 3DS when you can buy, like, a regular Xbox One for
that's what I was telling you. We bought the PlayStation for what, $200?
Yeah, but that's used. You can.
Used. But you can get it used. These things are going brand new for like $300 almost, or $200.
$200. What I'm saying is,
for that, I might as well just go find one online used.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, for an extra $50, you can get an Xbox One.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just go get a brand new or used PS4 or Xbox One for the same price I'm paying for a handheld console with like 90s technology in it still.
Yeah, I don't know what Nintendo's doing, but I feel like if they continue on these shitty paths, within a couple years, they're going to be going belly up. They're going to have to sell the Pokemon property somewhere.
So that's Sony?
They have to do something because they can't continue these shitty decisions. Because at this point, people are really pissed off about them, about the classic Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because the NES Classic, because nobody has it. It's like a shortage. People on eBay are selling them for a ridiculous price. Yeah. And then there's a couple things about them that really suck hard. I'm like, you made the extension for the controller like 3 feet. Where do you expect people to be sitting in relations to their TVs?
Yeah.
Or is the HDMI cable that comes out of the Classic like 14, 15 feet where you can like actually sit at a decent distance where you're not going to burn your retinas out while you're playing the game?
The better question is, why would my controller be wireless? Or why wouldn't it be wireless?
I don't know. Maybe because of lag. Because I think there's specific games like you don't want lag for. For example,
Pong.
No, it's no longer called Mike Tyson's Punch Out. It's called
Punch Out.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Dream Punch Out. They replaced Mike Tyson with Mr. Dream or something like that. Dr. Dream? I don't know, one of those.
It's like Martin Luther King Punch Out.
Oh. No. They replaced it with Mr. Dream or something like that because they don't have the rights to Mike Tyson's name. And so now it's like Mr. Dream. But if you have, this is some nerd talk, but if you have a wireless controller, there is some lag. Mm-hmm. And for like Mike Tyson, like you have to have a certain rhythm in order to avoid the punches. So it needs to be very, very exact. So I think that's why. Or like even Ninja Gaiden, some of those jumps, you saw that it had to be super exact. So maybe that's why, but it just doesn't make sense that you would have... Look, man, back in 1983 when that thing came out or whatever year it was, you still wouldn't want somebody to be 3 feet away from the freaking console.
No.
So why would you do it now when TV screens are on average like 50 inches and you're going to like
burn out your retinas?
Be inside the TV screen when you're playing? Doesn't make sense. So Nintendo's fucking up. But long story short, I guess in order to transition this a little bit, I'm going to give you guys some Black Friday tips.
All right, go.
First of all, be cognizant and aware of what you're getting. Like, look ahead, look at the ads, look at the places you want to go, look at the times the places are going. So definitely make a list of the things you want. Look at all the ads, make the list of the things you are, then compare it to the times that each of the places are opening in comparison to the days that each of them are opening, because some places open on Thursday night, some places open on Friday morning, some places kind of like just continue going after Thursday morning. So, and then after you make a list of priorities and things that are more important. For example, if you have 2 things that you want from Walmart, figure out which one is the priority, because you can't be 2 places at once unless you got more people with you. Then you got to figure out which one you want to go for first. Make a list. So when you go to Walmart, you can find where those places are. And if it's one of those places where you got to put a line, you got to better put a body there. Put a body there and have them wait for you. If it's something you got to like fight for, not really fight for, but you're going to have to reach for and grab it and run out like you stole from a bank, you better be the more willing to get in there and get out, because there's some people in there that will push you to get some items.
Yeah.
But definitely have a plan. Don't get crazy. Now, tip number 3, if you're going to be going to a place like Home Depot that still does an outside line, and this is very hard to figure out, you almost want to do what I did today. You want to get there with plenty of time to where you know you still will get the item, but not too much time like with the guys that waited. There's people that came in to Home Depot like at 6 o'clock. So they had to wait for the whole line to get in, then they could get in. And so by that time, that guy might not get a shop vac.
Yeah.
So you want to get kind of in the middle, because if you get there too early, then you're going to be spending 4 hours waiting outside of a store, freezing your ass off trying to get something.
Yeah.
So other tips I have for you, definitely, if you're not one of these people that likes to be in this craziness, then just shop online. A lot of this stuff you can get online. You can get reservations. You can pick it up later, maybe like a couple days later when they have their inventory refigured out. You don't have to be at the stores if you don't like this stuff. Like, just don't. A lot of times they're not that great of a deals, or there's a lot of times where you can order it online. They just ship it to your house for free or whatever. You can pick it up in store for free. So if you don't like this stuff, then just don't go. Tip number 4, don't you dare bring your carts or your babies with you. What the hell's wrong with you? You want your kid to say your name like a Pokemon, don't you? That's, I think, all the tips I have at this moment.
That's probably good.
Yeah.
Especially your baby. Especially once I get a little aggro. I'm not going to give too many fucks about your baby's safety. I'd only hold back my heathen self for so long.
I just surprised at how many families brought families with them. I'm like, this is going to get crazy in about 5 minutes. And, you know, we missed a lot of it. And I feel like we should have been with those the other side of the store where things got crazy. Because then people got ghetto over there. That would have been fun. But I did get a little bit of my adrenaline rush at Home Depot because there was a definite fear of not getting the shop vac. And I didn't want to come back to the podcast and tell you, well, I went for the shop vac and I waited like an idiot for 30 minutes and I still didn't get it. You know? So it was one of those, like, I'm going to get my fucking shop vac.
Yeah, maybe next year will be different because we really didn't want nothing at Walmart this year. So maybe I'll have something we want next year.
Yeah, well, like I was telling you earlier, maybe what I'll do next year is just get in the thick of it. Even though I don't want the item, get it and then just give it to somebody who really wanted it that didn't get it. Like, you know those people at the end, they look really sad because they missed out and they didn't get it. At the end, I'll pick the one that looks the saddest, and I'll be like, you want this? Here you go. I didn't really want it. I was just doing it for the sport of it.
You're like, here you go, $50.
Like, you hear those people that go hunting in Africa for, like, wild game, and they can't really bring that meat over, so they donate the meat to, like, these, like, third world, like, villages.
They're in the third world.
No, like in a village, like a third world village that literally eats that meat. Like, there are villages that eat, like, lion meat. And there's those douchebag dudes who are like, I need to go kill a lion so I could feel like a man. And so they will donate that meat to the villages so that they have food, you know? And he's already paid his, like, 20 grand to go hunt a lion. So it's a win-win, you know, which, you know, I know some of you aren't going to like this, but it's a win-win. The natural society people that maintain all of that land or whatever, they get their a big chunk of money to maintain the land and to preserve the lions and you know, put money into politics, so that continues a circle. And then the hunter gets his trophy, I guess, because he needs to justify his manhood. And then at the same time, a tribe gets some meat. So in the reality, that's almost the best case scenario. I won't get into hunting because I know it's not the topic for this podcast, but yeah, I think sometimes it's a win-win. So maybe that's what I'll do next year. Or maybe I'll just go straight gangster and go on Craigslist and be like, willing to get anything from Walmart, I just need a 20% cut of the item or something. And I'll be the dude who goes in, gets the item for you, and it comes back.
Yeah, that might be a good way to do it too.
But it's just like, nobody's going to pay you 20% of the item when the whole point of them doing it is because they want to save money. Do you know what I mean? There's like almost no point to
man,
that.
some people might be stupid and they'll be like, okay, sure. Why not?
we had a suggestion today for somebody to be like, hey, you guys should like film Black Friday and throw it up on YouTube or whatever. But I was like, dude, I'm not going to film it. I'm going to drop the camera, or the podcast equipment's going to drop and break, or Walmart employees are going to like start asking why we have this thing.
Like,
or what
I think everywhere we went, there was cops. I'm like, the cops are going to love that.
There was a couple of them, but it wasn't that many.
They're going to be like, so where'd you get that equipment there?
Like, we had it.
Had it. Like, you have receipts for this? I'm like, yeah, no, I keep my receipt for this.
I was like, you think Walmart
everywhere.
carries this thing? If you did, it'd be a lot easier on me when I needed to find extra mics. I've drank my coffee already. So, overall, that was Black Friday 2016.
Yep.
I mean,
a little disappointed. A little disappointing.
I feel like it was disappointing at Walmart because we were running around trying to get back to your sister, even though I was doing a hell of a job getting through all those weirdos. Because basically, I thought that guy was gonna tell us something. Basically, when
They don't know English.
oh jeez. All angry emails can go to Ruben. When it goes down, there's so many people in the main hallways that you can't really get by. And like for some dumb reason, 80% of those people all have freaking carts.
They all have carts. Everybody had carts.
Sense.
They need to outlaw carts on Black Friday.
So I was making my way through all the clothes, like juggernauting the shit out of the clothes.
You were doing that.
And opening spots for you to go through. And then, it was that adrenaline kick was fun, but I think I had more of an adrenaline kick at Home Depot. I had to get that shop
sounds like
vac.
you had some good times at Home Depot.
I had a bonding moment with that shop vac. So overall, it was decent. I just feel like I had no skin in the game because I really didn't want like anything major. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's probably true.
Black Friday. Anything else on Black Friday?
That's a recap. Black Friday 2016.
Black Friday. Black Friday tips.
16.
And those Black Friday tips are almost also for myself. So like, I listen to this podcast a year from now. That way I can remember what it was like, what I'm getting myself into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So there you go.
Getting prepped. So what else is going on with you, dude? What else you got going on?
Oh, okay. Now, another shout out to the girl at Chipotle. I can't remember her name.
I'll tell you her name. Hold on. The
Rosemary?
receipt's in my pocket somewhere.
I think it's Rosemary. It's either Rose Marie or Rose Mary.
Oh, jeez. Hold on.
Damn, nothing but just big giant donkey condoms coming out of that. This is like one after
like
another.
A giant roll just fell out.
Just huge.
Rosemary.
There you go, Rosemary.
Yeah. Why are we shouting out to Rosemary?
She gave me a free drink, son.
Yeah, man. I don't know what are you doing? Like winking at girls? Like what's going on here?
You gotta be a mysterious asshole guy.
Is that what you do?
That's what I do.
But yet you still don't follow through with the swing, huh? You just
you gotta be mysterious. It's like, is he gonna say something? Is he not gonna? No, I'm not. It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
Yeah, very nice girl. Very, very nice. She gave us an extra drink.
Oh, same thing. We went to go eat. My sister was telling you about it. Went to go eat lunch with Dr. Strange on Thanksgiving, and the chick there was
At his house?
No, we went to Arriba's.
They were open?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're gonna go there on Christmas too and New Year's Day because they're open.
Wow.
She was a nice girl. The waitress was nice, and my mom and Dr. Strange's wife were like talking to her for like 20 minutes about like everything she's doing.
You can stop telling him to try to convert people.
Yeah, that's probably what he was doing. And so, anyways, in the end, the bill came and she gave me my meal free.
He's like, have you heard of John Smith?
He found the Holy Grails in a dirt hole.
Stones, and he had this other stone that could decode the stone. By the way, he was 14 and never lied.
It's like, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, the Illuminati?
Oh, jeez. What do the Church of Scientology people believe? Like, they believe in aliens, but is there like a Cthulhu kind of guy?
Yeah, that guy.
They don't believe in Cthulhu.
They believe in Cthulhu.
Where did Cthulhu come from? I Googled it once, and it was like not a really apparent thing. I think it's off a game or something.
H.P. Lovecraft guy came up with that shit.
Who's H.P. Lovecraft?
That one dude who made Scientology.
No, he didn't create Cthulhu.
He did. Look it up.
I will later on, not right now.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, she gave me my meal free, so there you go. Hey, man, but that gay dude in Express remembered you, so
He
shout out
remembered
to
me,
that
dog.
dude.
Shout out to that dude. I don't know his name, but he's a nice guy.
Not the
Every time
only-
I see him, that dude looks completely different.
Not
This
the-
time he had like a straight Guy Fawkes like beard with
Yeah, he
like
did.
like also like a full beard, but he had a Guy Fawkes
Like mustache.
thing.
Yeah.
I was like, every time I see that dude, he looks different.
I'm surprised you remember. We haven't been in there like a year.
Dude, last time I went in there, I had like short hair, I think.
Yeah. Should have took that.
Took
That
the
hair out.
hair tie off and
Like, what do you think this Jon Snow is?
Just swung it around.
Call me Lord of your Night Watch.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. There's some fantasies there for somebody. I mean, the Jon Snow thing, not me as douchey.
Here's the Lord of your Night Watch now. Oh, yeah. You're going to hit the wall in about 5 seconds.
Oh, he's like, let me show you my long claw. That's the fucking name of the sword.
I'm going to give you this White Walker right here.
Oh. Oh, what'd you drop, son? Your wallet. I'm going to steal that. Steal that wallet. What if a bird came by right now and just straight stole that wallet and
So
flew away?
Pidgeot just grabbed it out of there.
That'd be legit. I laugh about it quite a bit. And it'd be a great story for the podcast because it just happened in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah, man, that was my whole week, though. Just random hoes giving me free stuff.
Well, the problem is that you're not following through, dog. Back to my baseball NFL blitz analogy. you're punting these balls, but you're not going for the full follow through when you know the guy is trying to strike you out. You need to go with the full follow through. Gotta break that bat like all those juicers did back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't. Well, they were probably juicers, but no, they were like hollow bats, right, or some shit. What was they doing back in the
They're
day?
just juiced out of their minds, like Overroyd
Oh, I wish Overroyd was still a thing.
or Brock.
I want to see Overroyd versus World Breaker Kane.
Just in a giant cage, like a dome cage in
Yeah,
the
like
Thunderdome.
this thing right here, like this, just in a
In the
circle.
Thunderdome, fence is electrified, so nobody can get out
Yeah,
alive.
man, that would be awesome. That'd be the card to break all cards.
Would be.
Yeah. So, yeah, you need to follow through, man. You need to get some digits. You need to hit these girls up and be like, hey, when my mom's not around, she can pop off. So give me your number, and I'll hit you up when my mom's not around.
Do you mind being alone in a haunted room with me?
Hunter. Oh. Do you want to get that reference?
It's like the ghost needs some entertainment.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen shit, that joke's out the window.
Damn, we ruined it.
I ruined it. Dude, there's like a span of time before a joke becomes unfunny, and that I passed
You
it.
passed it, yeah.
This is the end. Damn it, that was a movie I was trying to reference. Like that this is the end.
Not like that, demon. That's a little much.
Oh, dude, I forgot I had topics for the podcast I was going to write down. See, we write them down.
Oh,
but
you got 12 minutes.
Oh, we going to run through these. I forgot it. Hold on. Anyway, so what's going on? Anything else? Anything else with you?
I mean, I only worked 2 days this week, so no, not much. Not much popped off.
See, I already pretty much went through all of them. You know what's hilarious though? I look at sometimes some of the analytics on these podcasts, which by the way, I think their views are going down, which is like whatever, because I always said like this channel was something where it's just like fun for me to do, so I don't really give a shit, but I still pay attention to the analytics. And like some of the controversial topics always get way better views. Like consistently higher views.
Every podcast starts with a controversial topic. Next
Moving
week,
forward.
abortion.
No, I mean like the breast implants one, the porn one, like all these like hot topic taboo items really get a lot more views.
Next week, race.
The race. But I thought that was fascinating. But of course, but a lot of the time I'm gonna kill this fucking mosquito.
Is that a mosquito?
Yep.
It's 9 degrees out
Die.
here.
I killed it with my hands. It was a big dying.
It's negative 9 degrees out here, and there's a mosquito still.
Yeah, and I killed it with my hands like a boss.
They're evolving. That's how Starship
Dude, that thing
Troopers.
was big too.
Yeah, it's how Starship Troopers started right there, like that.
Well, because that thing probably like sucked the juice out of like Overroyd. Now it's like gigantic.
It's Gigantor.
By the way, didn't you say they're redoing Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome if they do it right. Just like Highlander, they got to do it. What the fuck was that? Just like Highlander, they got to do that right. But back to my controversial podcast. Yeah, I think those get a lot more views. Also, the ones that only have females get a lot more views. But I'm a little hesitant because some of you guys are savages and stalk these girls, which is a problem. So you guys need to stop doing that shit. Calm down, savages. Okay, so random transition topic.
All right, go.
All right. Does this bother you? Because this kind of bothers
This
me.
is going to be bad. We're trying to have a nice Christian
got 10 minutes.
conversation
We got
here.
10 minutes, and I'm going to try to get it out.
A nice Christian conversation here. And you're going to ruin it right now, huh?
Yep, last 10 minutes, dude.
Let's go.
Got to go hard in the last 10 minutes, just like on a race. At the last straightaway, you got to go hard. Hard in the paint.
All right. I thought you were going to say something else, but okay.
So, can you... I've already said my point on it, I guess.
Dude, I think that mosquito just picked up a fucking cricket over there by that trash can.
It might have. It's like taking it down.
Fuck this place.
You wanted to come here. Do you have a hard time watching, and I'll admit it right away, I do. I'm like, I can't watch this. I always go back. When you're watching porn,
Okay.
do you have a hard time watching it's like a two guys on one girl?
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't watch that.
I haven't done that since 2000.
Like, I clicked on the video and I was like, oh, good lord. And it wasn't like a weird video. It's like two guys, one girl, and I'm like, this is too much.
No, I can't do that.
I can't, to me, it bothers me. Like, it almost seems like it's too subjective to women. Like, porn already as a whole is kind of subjective to women.
No, I can't do that.
But when it's like two dudes, it's almost like, what is this? Like a human fleshlight you're just going at? Like, it's a little too much.
No, I can't do that. I don't do that. I seriously haven't done that in years.
You're like, I haven't done that since about 44 hours ago.
No, I can't do that.
I don't have any of those videos saved on my 2013 taxes folder.
No, for real, I can't do that. There's a lot of stuff I can't do.
There's a lot of stuff I can't do either.
I think I keep it pretty normal.
Yeah, I can't do...
Definitely not going to page like 39 of Pornhub.
But you know what's it's a double standard, right? Because we have a hard time. Is it that, do you think we're white knighting the situation? Because if the roles were reversed, we would be like, nobody gives a shit. Like, if it was two girls and going against one dude, you'd be like, that's perfect. That's good, wholesome stuff.
That's good Christian activity.
That's good Christian activity. No, but like, okay, let's even not take it one notch higher. If it was two girls and they were like kind of mistreating the dude, like being kind of overly aggressive or even like a little abusive, like slapping him or something, you still would be like, it's okay. I mean, it's a little more than I'd want to in that situation.
Yeah, probably.
But you're like, it's fine. But if it was if it was two dudes and they were slapping the girl and they were doing this, then you'd be like, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even get it up right now.
So, yeah. I don't know, man. I got a very specific thing. Everything has to meet my criteria of page one of Pornhub.
Yeah, right. You're like, I got a criteria. I got a checklist. I printed them out at work and I got to go through my quick.
I laminated them.
You're like, I literally have a clipboard right next to me, and I'm like, check number 1, check number 2, and like, all right, we can do this now.
No, like there's a bunch of things I don't like. I can't watch anal. That's weird to me.
Okay, I'm not a big fan of it either, but isn't it funny? For me, it's hilarious. Like lately, not lately, for a long time, ever since I watched it.
As I was checking the Home Depot open times.
No, but like ever since I started watching the Hodge Twins somewhat regularly, they've kind of almost ruined porn for me because I'll start busting out laughing almost every single time with some dumb shit. But you're right, like the anal thing is kind of weird, especially like if it's just normal porn, and then all of a sudden, like, for some reason, always the women are, like, requesting it. Like, it's the thing that they have to do, right? Like, it's a thing that's, like, better than everything else. And you start watching and you're just like, I don't need you to go to anal. It was fine the way it was before. Why are we going this way?
Yeah. That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. I'm like, it looks like it hurts to me. It's like, I wouldn't want to do that to you. I'm good. I'm good, dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think your saliva is lubricated.
Yeah, that's another thing. If they do that spitting thing, I'm like, what are you spitting into? Like you got the venom suit in your mouth. What's going down there? That's not doing nothing.
Oh man!
Like, how dry is it down there? That your spit is just lubing that all up.
Yeah, it's not like oil. Like, you ain't got oil spit. This ain't like.
Maybe he's like that spitting dinosaur from Jurassic Park. He just spits so much and it comes out.
Can you imagine if that was true? Like, if you're like saliva lubricated, like if your car was running low on oil and you just pulled over and just start spitting in the thing, you're like, oh, it's gonna lubricate it. Doesn't make sense. You're like, yeah, my saliva is gonna lubricate my six cylinder freaking 3.0 liter.
That's a great skit we gotta do. You just break down and some dude's like, You're like, do you need help? You're like, no, I got this.
I got this.
My engine's just overheating. I gotta lube it up a bit. Like, dude's like, what are you doing? Like, oh, I saw this on porn. It lubes up.
Doesn't it lubricate it? I've been doing this all the time. And that's how I take a podcast from a nice PG-13 podcast to, you can no longer listen to this with your parents in the room.
No, definitely not.
I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, nah, man, this is not cool. And there's like, I don't know if girls get paid more for that, but it just seems
I think
like
they do.
It just seems like it's a lot of punishment.
Hey, man, maybe you like it. If you like it, go for it. I'm just not gonna look at it.
Seems like way too much punishment.
3 pages of Pornhub. Did you send me that meme where it's like 5 or like 10 different porn sites? And like I was I didn't know there was that many. What's one of them? Crocodile or some shit? It was like
do I still have the meme?
I was like, sure what?
I don't think I'm gonna find it in time for this podcast.
I was like, I know like 5 of those, and like 3 of them I used to visit, but that was like back in the day.
You're like, in the other 4, I got subscriptions for. You're like, monthly memberships. They're cheaper than YouTube Red. Dude, who's paying for YouTube Red? Seriously.
You weirdos.
I'm like, there isn't enough good content on there.
Same person who's going to page 39 of Pornhub.
That's probably very true. I mean, I love the new subscription basis that... What the hell was that? I love the new subscription base that everybody's going with. Like, you can go get HBO now if you want it. You don't have to get cable. Or you can just go and get, like, Netflix. Or you can just go and get this and this. Like, you don't have to get giant packages of stuff. Giant packages. But... It's too like YouTube Red has no content that's justifiable.
No. Can't find it.
Nah, dude, I got over 1,800 memes. I'm not gonna find this thing.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I was like, there's that many. One was like, crocodile or some shit like that.
Yeah, something weird.
And I was
that.
like, what?
I'd have to go into Instagram.
And I was like, what was it? Like Pornhub's a major one. Like I know
you're like, that's the one I frequent.
Yeah, well, Pornhub. Shout out to Pornhub. X Video. There's X Hamster, and then there's like
I don't know what. I'd never even heard of like 50% of those.
And then there's like PornTube. I'm just Pornhub. Unless I'm really feeling kinky, then I go to X Hamster.
I think we're spoiled nowadays because you almost demand. I think YouTube is the marking, not the marking point. What's the word I'm looking for? The point in which you compare everything else to.
Mm-hmm.
The
status quo.
The status quo, sure. That's not the one I was looking for, but something like that. It's a status quo for all these other video media sites. So everything almost has to look as good as YouTube. If it doesn't look as good as YouTube, or the functionality isn't as good as YouTube, you're almost kind of over it. You got to be able to have like good search engines, good thumbnails, good descriptions, good names. Like it has to have a good kind of flow to it. Like if you have some 1950s like click on a blue typed like text, like a no thumbnail.
Gives you the description?
Yeah, it gives you like only the description. Like back in the 90s, like internet was just like clicking on red, or what is it, blue words or hyperlinks, right?
Yeah.
So everything's blue words. So if it's just blue words and you click, like you're going to be over that site in 2 minutes. You need some legitimate site. Little kids are coming by, so we need to stop talking about this. So long story short, I think you need good functionality is key, and a good interface. And then after that, everything else is just gravy. You just got to bring the people over.
Yeah.
Good content.
That's very true.
Are those all video hosted by people, or are they hosted by companies?
They're by companies.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not like Dude 14 like uploading his personal collection?
No, I think once you get an account on there, then you can upload whatever you want.
Ugh.
It's like Peep Show in the bathroom.
Dude,
it's like stuff I saw at Kohl's.
Yeah.
Things I tried on at Victoria's Secret. That thing that happened to me under the table at McDonald's.
Like these are all recreations. Or was it? Reenactments?
Reenactments.
Yeah, man. All right, man. We actually managed to cram out an hour. I didn't think we would. That's pretty good, man. Any last words for these fine people?
No. I gotta go back to what makes you a hoe next week, I think.
Yeah, we gotta do that, and I think we gotta do is write down things that come to us midweek.
During the week?
Yeah, and talk about them here, because there's a lot of things that you and I will discuss sometimes before this. Like we'll have lunch or dinner or whatever and have coffee, and and I wait for that coffee to kick in, and then we're like,
Normally the coffee's better than this.
dude, I think we're gonna have to stop going to Colados. It's
Dude,
not
it
great
tastes
coffee.
like. All right, you know how they're supposed to strain like the water through the coffee beans?
Yeah.
Okay, it tastes like they put the coffee beans in a little thing.
Just stirred it.
No, and then they put the coffee, and then they put rocks on top of that. Then they put the water on top of it, and now I get like rock/coffee.
Well, this should
flavor.
be espresso, but I think it's got too much of coffee state. Like, for those of you that are coffee connoisseurs, you know that coffee's done a certain specific way, a certain amount of time it's supposed to brew, blah, 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 blah. And even people that are hella connoisseurs, like snobs, if you will, it will even tell you Starbucks is dog shit coffee. And Starbucks has a aftertaste, like a
little bitter.
coffee bitter flavor to it, sour maybe, if you will. This has even more of that.
Yeah, this is
which
very
is
bitter.
fascinating to me because it wasn't this bad, but we have been moving towards hot coffees now that it's getting cool out. Some of you will laugh at how cool it is out here, and you're like, girls. And I'm like, yeah, we don't get, this is as cold as it gets for us.
It might get a little bit colder than this, but that's when we're doing it back inside.
I might actually have to get a jacket this year, huh?
Maybe.
Maybe my blood will thicken up a little bit before the end of the year.
You get some fatty blood.
Well, that's what happens, right? Like, that's why we can't. That's why people from like Pennsylvania or whatever, where it gets actually cold, can come here and they're like in shorts and a t-shirt because their blood's like used to colder weather.
Sure, I missed the like 60 days in health class where they cover that, so I don't know. I'm gonna take your word for it.
Science, bitches, science. I'm dropping knowledge on this mofo.
Is that what you're doing?
I'm dropping straight knowledge.
What happened to the little kid? Did they leave?
They heard what we were talking about. And they ran and cried to their parents, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, man. Any last words for these fine savages?
Nope. I think I'm good. Be good to everybody. Don't go crazy. Don't burn no trash. Till we see you next week.
Let's try to grow this community a bit, people. Let's get some people, show some people the podcast. Tell people about it. There's some great tips in here. And if you want to tell your mom about this podcast, just tell her just to watch from like a minute to like about 49 minutes and stop there, because otherwise the ring happens to you.
It's gonna get bad.
Yeah.
It's just like tell your some people to retweet this. If you retweet it, I will send you a sticker. It's not going to be a logo sticker because we don't have those. It'll just be a random sticker.
We should get logo stickers.
I have in my classroom.
There you go.
It could be. I'll tell you what it could be. It could be 1, Pirates of the Caribbean stickers. We come across a lot of stuff, man. 2, smiley face stickers, or 3, Charlie Brown Halloween stickers. You get one of those if you retweet this.
There you go. Just make sure you tag us so we know what's up.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Also, expect more like super happy fun time day videos. Now that it's getting cooler, we can actually come outside and maybe project videos. I don't got a lot of projects to do. At least not some that I'm like super excited to share you guys. I'm like, I'm gonna fix a leaky hose.
It's like today I'm gonna project this ass up.